Touchdown, Louisiana.
Coming up on Inside Louisiana Football, we'll have a look back at the Cajuns' road win at Texas State in the sit-down. We'll introduce you to volleyball's Avery Bro. We catch up with head softball coach Jerry Glasgow. And we give you another taste of the culture. With a quarter of the season in the books, both Louisiana and Texas State entered Saturday's game 1-3 and desperate for a win. Louisiana showing flashes in those first 4 games as a team capable of putting it all together. And what better time than on the road in conference play. Midway through the first quarter, Louisiana draws first blood. Trey Ragin goes untouched into the end zone, and the Ragin Cajuns led 7-0. Chauncey Manak and the Louisiana defense continued to shut down the Bobcats' offense, holding Texas State to just 23 yards of offense in the first quarter. Raymond Calais takes advantage of some great perimeter blocking as he tiptoes down the sideline. 45 yards later, he's brought down at the Texas State 16-yard line. 2 plays later, Elijah Mitchell from 13 yards out, breaking tackles on his way to the end zone, the touchdown capping a 5-play, 76-yard drive to give Louisiana a 14-0 lead. Next possession, the Ragin Cajuns' offensive line moving body. Ragin, Mitchell, and Calais getting it done on the ground, but on 3rd and goal from the 3, Louisiana goes to the air. Levi Lewis finds Jamarcus Bradley in the end zone, and Louisiana extended its lead to 21-0. The Ragin Cajuns defense forces another Bobcat punt, and the Louisiana passing game starts to find a rhythm. Jared Jackson, Raheem Malone, Calais, and Mitchell all with catches on the 11-play, 81-yard drive. Mitchell running over Bobcats on his way to the end zone for the second time. Louisiana in complete control of this one, taking a 28-0 halftime lead. Offensively, the Ragin Cajuns with 340 yards of total offense. Defensively, the Cajuns giving up only 110 yards to Texas State. Second half now, the Bobcats special teams sets up their offense at the Louisiana 36-yard line. And on the first play, Tyler Vitt finds Jeremiah Haydell across the middle for the touchdown. And the Bobcats get on the board, making it 28-6. On their next possession, the Bobcats go deep into the playbook. Hutch White takes the reverse and throws to quarterback Tyler Vitt, who is all alone at the 1-yard line, and it's 28-13. The Ragin Cajuns answer on the ensuing possession, Levi Lewis converting 1 third down on the ground, and Mitchell breaking tackles once again to convert another 3rd down. Then Lewis finds Bradley once again, and Jamarcus wins the battle for the football for a gain of 37 to the Texas State 6-yard line. Mitchell finishes the drive on the next play, his 3rd touchdown of the day, and the Louisiana lead was now 35-13. Another Bobcat touchdown forces the Ragin Cajuns to answer, and they do. Andre Nunez finds Raheem Malone all alone in the back of the end zone, and Louisiana led 42-20. Texas State answers with another touchdown to make the score 42-27, but the scoring would come to an end there. The Bobcats reach the Louisiana 4-yard line with less than 2 minutes to go, but on 4th down, Vitt runs into a wall. Gerald McDowell and Ladarius Kidd are there to end the threat, and the Ragin Cajuns pick up a conference win on the road. Final score 42-27. Elijah Mitchell with a career day, leading the Ragin Cajuns offense with 191 yards and 3 touchdowns. Trey Ragin added 100 yards rushing, his 3rd straight game with 100 yards on the ground. Defensively, senior linebacker Justin Middleton tied a career high with 11 tackles, and defensive back Mike Jaquette added 7 stops, including a tackle for loss. Coming up next on Inside Louisiana Football, the sit-down with head coach Billy Napier.
If you're happy and you know it's Zydeco, If you're happy and you know it's Zydeco. If you're happy and you know it, then your feet will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it's Zydeco. If you're happy and you know it, manger. If you're happy and you know it, manger. If you're happy and you know it, loving God will help you show it. If you're happy and you know it, manger.
It's time for the Sit Down, brought to you by Sonic, home of the Ragin Cajun cheeseburger. This is how we Sonic. Welcome back to Inside Louisiana Football. Time once again for the Sit Down with head coach Billy Napier. And coach, we talked about it last week, a couple of 1-3 teams, very hungry for a win. You guys a little bit hungrier, maybe executed a little bit better, but I know you thought that it started last week in practice.
Yeah, very pleased. I thought our team was in the right frame of mind. I think the player leadership that we have did a great job. We challenged those guys early in the week. They answered the bell, and I thought our staff had a good, solid plan, and it proved to be effective as the day went.
Now, obviously it wasn't pretty at times. The game kind of started like a fight, kind of feeling things out a little bit. But on the third drive, you really kind of got things going, punched it in for a 7-0 lead. Yeah,
a little bit of a slow start. I think we had them ready to play. I hope that had something to do with it. You know, they were a little anxious, but we didn't execute great in the first, 9-10 plays. I'd say were a little bit difficult at times, but once we got it going, we scored 4 possessions in a row there to kind of set the tone in the second half.
Let's talk about the next possession. Raymond Calais catches the ball out of the backfield. He goes for 45 yards to the 16-yard line, and then Elijah Mitchell comes in and punches it in. That made it 14-0.
Really good job blocking on the perimeter by Khalif Gossett and Johnny Lumpkin. Got it to the edge, and Raymond's got a knack for making the big play. Tight-roped the sideline, but really good job on the perimeter by those two guys individually.
So Trey Regis gets in for the first touchdown. Elijah scores the second. Raymond Calais helps set it up. Let's talk about this three-headed monster and the rotation and keeping all those hungry mouths fed.
Well, running back's a position, by nature it's a very physical position. I really believe that it takes 2 and 3 running backs to have a really effective football team, and certainly we've done that in the past. We're fortunate to have 3 guys that are really talented, and we're just rolling those guys through and giving them every opportunity to touch the ball.
On that next possession, you guys really started to own the line of scrimmage. You ran the ball 10 times and threw it twice, and then Levi caps the drive with a touchdown pass to Jamarcus Bradley.
Yeah, we felt like our offensive line, the matchups, our front 7 people against their front 7 people really were in our favor. Our guys did a great job all day. We really blocked the first level really well. We wanted to get back to the second level, let our backs do the rest, and they did a good job. Levi did a great job sparking us there. Really 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns for him, so he had a good day.
So you mentioned scoring 4 possessions in a row. On that last possession, you go 11 plays, 81 yards. You open things up a little bit more, throwing the ball a little bit more. But again, it was Eli Mitchell who comes in and punches it and make it 28-0.
Well, they played post safety. They started pressuring us to disrupt the running game. So we felt like we needed to do some things outside, use some 3-level stretches and some individual matchups outside. Levi did a great job distributing the ball. And certainly once we got it down into the goal zone, we punched it in with the back.
You finished the first half with 340 yards of total offense. Defensively, you only give up 110. Just talk about what those guys were doing on the defensive side of the ball to put together such a half.
Well, I think it's the first time we really kind of saw, what our intentions were as a defensive staff. We put together a really good plan. The players played with great effort and toughness, more physicality than we have the majority of the first part of the season. And execution was the key, and I think when we go back and look at the second half, same calls, some of the same plays, just not the same level of execution. And I think that's going to be a big learning opportunity for our defensive team.
So you get your first road conference win, go to the locker room after the game, and your message to the team was kind of understand what got you here.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was our best half of football. We wanted to play our best football game of the year. We wanted to play together in all 3 phases. I just thought the energy, the effort, the toughness was much improved. We put the discipline to execute, the poise. We put it all together for a half, and I think that gives us some confidence going forward of what we're capable of. Now the second half, in my opinion, was a little bit of a mixed bag, and there are things that we can learn from and improve.
So we turn the page. We get to New Mexico State now, an out-of-conference opponent this year, but obviously Cajun fans are familiar with the Aggies. They give up 245 yards on the ground per game, but just talk about what they present for you defensively.
Well, this is a group that's going to spread the field. They're an air raid offense. They're going to throw it all over the park. Here as of late, they've had much more success on offense with a new quarterback playing here lately. I think in general it's going to be a different challenge for our defensive team than any team we've played so far. So spread the field. We're going to have to do a good job containing the ball, playing the perimeter plays. You know, and when they do spread it, they do run it a little bit, so we're going to have to defend the box as well. So it'll be a great challenge for our team. I know we're excited about getting to work and preparing for this team.
When you get in these situations where you're having to match the other team score for score, does it help you as a play caller just kind of get in a rhythm doing that?
Yeah, I think Saturday was the first time I really felt like, okay, we're doing this the way I'd like to do it in terms of in-game adjustments. I thought our staff did an outstanding job. We had the answers. Was a little bit of a chess match throughout the game, and I thought we had enough prepared. We were in position, we used the things that we needed to use, and we were able to be effective throughout the entire game.
Let's talk about homecoming. It sometimes presents some challenges with all of the extra things that are going on. Just talk about your approach to that.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for our players to really embrace, you know, the number of alumni that will be coming back home. This is a unique place with great people and certainly a great place to come back and visit. I think it's an incredible opportunity for us as a first-year staff and for our players to make a statement about how hard we've worked throughout the entire offseason. And I know our players will be excited about this opportunity against New Mexico State.
Well, thanks again for the time, Coach. Don't forget, homecoming this week, earlier kickoff, 4 o'clock, 145 Cajun Walk. Coming up next on Inside Louisiana Football.
I've got one goal this year. I want to win the World Series.
If you're happy and you know it's Zydeco. If you're happy and you know it's Zydeco. If you're happy and you know it, then your feet will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it's Zydeco. If you're happy and you know it, mange. If you're happy and you know it, mange. If you're happy and you know it, I think I will help you show it. If you're happy and you know it, mange.
To perform, you need speed, skill, strength. With every muscle, every move, you push your body to reach its full potential. But sometimes you just can't push through the pain. That's when you know it's time to address it. So when injury puts you on the sidelines, trust us to get you back in the game. Lourdes Sports Care, the team behind your team.
Hello everyone, I'm Dan McDonald and we are at Sonic, America's Drive-In with Avery Bro, a sophomore on the Ragin Cajun volleyball team. And Avery, this is really a new season for your team and so forth. How has it been so far?
It's been awesome. We've had a lot of fun. We've had some success. We've been learning, at each game, so it's been a lot of fun so far.
Y'all have always had a good start when you get into Sun Belt Conference season. Is that something you specifically focus on?
Definitely. Volleyball's a game of momentum, so you want to going into conference, you want to really start off with a push and really, it sets the precedent for the rest of the conference play. So you really want to start out with a bang.
This is your second year. What's different about now and maybe where you were a year ago?
This second year I've really been able to catch up to the speed of the game. Coming from high school to a collegiate game, the game is a lot faster, a lot quicker. So just catching up to that. And my role has changed. Last year I was kind of a DS, but now as a setter, I have more responsibility, running the offense. So it's been a good change though. I've really enjoyed it.
You mentioned roles. Your team is really doing a completely different offensive attack this year. For somebody who doesn't know a lot about volleyball, can you sort of explain your attack?
Yes, so last year we ran what's called a 5-1. So there's 5 hitters and then 1 setter that plays all 6 rotations. So this year we're doing what's called a 6-2. So the setter will always be in the back row. And you'll just play 3 rotations in the back row and another setter will come in and do the same.
Do you like the way the offense works this year?
I do. We have a lot of really, really great hitters that can put the ball away. They make us look good, so it's a lot of fun to play with them.
Obviously, you've got a couple more years of college in front of you, but what sort of goals do you have once you get out of college? I know you're a speech pathology major.
Right. There's so much you can do with a speech pathology degree. So I either want to work with kids or with special needs, kind of go in that area, but not really sure yet, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Do you get much chance, I know you're involved with a lot of outside sport activities through the athletic department, do you get much chance to work with kids?
Yeah, I'm babysitting, work with kids, and when we work camp, we get the opportunity to coach some of them and kind of interact, so that's always fun to do that.
Since you're a South Louisiana girl, let me ask you, crawfish or jambalaya?
Crawfish.
Boudin or cracklings?
Boudin. That's
really?
A tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one though. It's neck and neck.
What do you hope to accomplish the rest of the year?
Honestly, just get this team to, our limit. Keep pushing the envelope, keep striving to get better, and see how far we can go.
We're at Sonic, America's Drive-In, with Avery Breaux of the Ragin Cajun volleyball team.
Hey, I'm Jerry Glasgow, head coach of your Louisiana Ragin Cajun softball program.
There you go.
I coached high school travel ball and never would have ever dreamed I'd be a head coach at a top 25 program. But this community, the way they live and breathe softball, and the way the passion of the fans, it's perfect for me because that's what I am. I just love softball. So I landed in a really good spot. I feel like good Lord, helped me get in the right spot, and I'm just really grateful. I've got one goal this year. I want to win the World Series, and I think this team can absolutely, if the character comes through, if we play with high character, if we play with high team respect for each other, then that means we're going to go out and compete every day as hard as we can against our teammates. Yet we respect them, and when we lose, and we're not in the starting lineup today, that's fine. I'll get there tomorrow because I'm going to out-compete them tomorrow in practice, but I'm going to support them in this game. If we can hold to those standards, this team has immense talent. We basically come back with 9 starters, and now we brought in Julie Rouse, a really talented player, Kendall Talley, a really talented first-team all-conference at Lamar in the Southland Conference. So getting to infuse all that new talent with the old talent is really exciting, and it's got to be our number one concern. It's not if we have enough talent this year, it's if we can infuse it and incorporate it and play at a high level with a great attitude. As soon as we got done in postseason, I went into my office, I kind of went into recluse. I'm gonna give my coaches a few days off so I could be alone and think, and I looked at our ball club and I looked at what our biggest needs were. We needed a leadoff hitter. We needed a cleanup hitter. We needed an RBI producer in the middle. I wanted even more speed. We had speed, but I wanted more speed. And then I set about to make that happen. We'd already addressed, we had used a scholarship for pitching in January with a kid out of Australia, Kendra Lamb. So really wasn't a whole lot I could do there. We looked at some pitchers in the summer, but we didn't add any more pitching, but we added some really good offensive and defensive parts with some transfers in the summer months. From the day I got here, Dr. Savoy and Dr. Maggard and Dr. Leger have handled everything so well with our girls and myself, and making sure we had what we needed to be comfortable, getting us the things that people don't realize you need. Our facilities are second to none, and they give us everything we need to play at the national level and compete to go to the World Series every year. I feel very fortunate, very blessed to be at a place like UL where softball is a priority and girls sports are a priority.
There's no place I'd rather be than right here with this crew right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be a foxhole guy today. Everybody in this room, let's go to work.
To perform, you need speed, skill, strength. With every muscle, every move, you push your body to reach its full potential. But sometimes you just can't push through the pain. That's when you know it's time to address it. So when injury puts you on the sidelines, trust us to get you back in the game. Lourdes Sports Care, the team behind your team.
Being a Ragin Cajun means wearing red on Fridays, supporting our sports teams by going to the basketball games, the football games. Being a Ragin Cajun means saying hi to your friends when you see them around campus, or saying hi to people that you've never seen before on campus, because that's who we are.
The atmosphere here is electric. I mean, we have the best fans here, and the energy around campus is just the same. You know, those are the same people that come to your games and support you. The student section is packed almost every game, and to have that much support, it just feels good that, you know, people actually care. You're not just going out there and playing basketball and just you and your teammates. You actually have people that are behind you and want to see you do well.
And we have many activities and events for students that are freshmen that help get them to build their Ragin Cajun spirit. Then they start going to the activities that all the other students are participating in, like homecoming and Lanyap Day, and different things within their major. And all of these things really get students start feeling what it's like to be a Ragin Cajun. Not just with athletics, but also with just the feel of what it's like in being the Ragin Cajun family.
So whether you're interested in athletics or academics or art or orchestra, as long as you're doing what you love in this university, you're making this university proud and you have Ragin Cajun spirit.
Pass over the middle, touchdown Louisiana.
I'm head coach Billy Napier, and you're watching Inside Louisiana Football.
Gonna leave them battered and bruised, man. Battered and bruised. There's no place I'd rather be than right here with this crew right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be a foxhole guy today. Everybody in this room, let's go to work. Team on three. 1, 2, 3, team.
As he throws, going for Jamarcus Bradley, and he's got it. So the Cajuns with 3 tight ends. Regis is the running back. There's the handoff to Regis, goes to the outside. Touchdown, Louisiana. Colley's going down the sidelines, and Colley is down all the way inside the 20. There is the snap, the hand to Mitchell, hole wide open, 10, 5, touchdown, Louisiana. Bit back to throw, in some trouble, and down he goes. Regis bowling over people, 20 down to the 10, and Regis is all the way down to the 5. Going for the fade into the end zone for Bradley, and the pass is caught, touchdown, Louisiana. Joe all the way down to the goal line, and he's in, touchdown, Louisiana. It is halftime, and the Cajuns are in command.
All right, man, here we go. It's pretty simple. Listen to me. Hey, listen up. That's your best half of football right there you just played. Now let's go and do it again. Does everybody understand that? Sir. You started fast. Now it's time to do what? Finish strong. All right, here we go. Finish
Round
strong
two.
on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Finish strong. Round 2.
We're back! Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
We are the tip of the spear. We are the tip of the spear. We always pop it right here. Show me with speed right here.
Don't let your foot off the gas.
Lewis wants all of it, going deep downfield for Jamarcus Bradley, and the pass is caught down at the 5-yard line.
I need a shot.
Mitchell, touchdown, Louisiana. It's Elijah Mitchell, 35, 40, 45, midfield, down the sideline he goes. Lumpkin goes in motion, right to left. Nunez back to throw. Steps, throws, touchdown, Louisiana. It's the play of the game right here. 4th down and goal from the 5. Vitt still has the ball, trying to pick his way through, and he's not going to get there. The Cajuns' mastery over the Texas State Bobcats continuing as Louisiana remains undefeated against Texas State. They have beaten the Bobcats tonight by the score of 42-27.
One week at a time,
Crank it.
1 and 1.
All right, real quick here we go. All right, now let me tell you something, okay? I think we all know that that's a product of a great week of preparation. Everybody hear me? Yes, sir. Okay, it's a product of the players on this football team taking ownership and finally doing what we say. I pray that you fall in love with the work that goes along with that right there. Everybody hear me? We were the more physical team tonight. Everybody hear me? That's why you won the game. Now, are there things that we can fix?
Yes.
Absolutely. And what did we say in the very beginning? If you want to win a championship, you got to get better each week, okay? So, wipe that one off the board. Wait, 24 hours, man. We're going to enjoy this thing. But I pray that you will realize what got you that experience. Everybody hear me? All right, that taste is a lot better. I'll say that right now. Okay, all right, let's do it again. Everybody hear me? Yes, sir. You're going to have a good crowd here for homecoming. We need to make these people proud, and we need to show up and play our best football game again next Saturday. Everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, remember now, what got you that was the work that you did during the week. Let's enjoy it tonight. You show up at that building tomorrow. Let's turn the volume back up and go back to work. Everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.